Hello and thank you for watching another Red9 demo. This one we're going to go through a couple of changes that have happened in the Red9 Project Manager. This is for the build in October 2022. Should hopefully be out on Friday, fingers crossed. And what we've done is a couple of things. First of all, in the switch, if you've got multiple projects now, we've changed the UI so you've got a nice selector with the icons all showing, which wasn't there before. It was a bit rubbish before, so that's all done. We're in Project A. Now, what you'll notice is that if you look at the keys in here, we now have two new keys. We have Mayor Project and Mayor Project Switch. This is a request from a client, and it kind of seems a bit obvious, and I don't know why we have never did it. But the idea now is that when you switch to the Red9 project, we also now allow you to manage the Mayor Project switching. So if we go into edit mode, this actual file at the moment, this unit test A, I think we're on, yes. This doesn't actually have these variables in. It's because they're new variables, and so what happens is that you only get them to edit if they're in the keys that you've already got, and because it's a new file, they've not been added. So what you need to do is first of all add those to the keys. This section here, add unused key data, that is effectively stuff that we've added in that isn't in your current file. So I'm going to add in Mayor Project. If we click on that and we click the plus, it will say it's going to add a type string and it will tell you what this is. It's about managing the workspace flag. So continue, yes, that's added it in. I'm also going to add the project switch in. Did I have the wrong one there? I did, didn't I? Okay, let's do that again. Mayor Project switch and the Mayor Project. Okay, now they're both in. Right, so these are the two variables, and what we need to do is we need to point those to a folder. Let's have a look at this. My R drive. There we go. So I have unit test A and unit test B. Both have a Mayor workspace. Now all it's doing is it's switching. It's not making a workspace. We're relying on you already doing that through the standard Mayor projects. But unit test A, I'm going to pass to that folder there, because that's where the workspace.mel file lives. So I'm going to put that in there, and I'm going to turn on the switch. Now, without that, this is just a variable. It's not actually used. So if you turn that on, it basically means that when we switch, we're also managing this switch as well. So I'm going to save that. This will come to in a second. Okay, come out of that. I'm going to switch to unit project B. Okay, ignore that. Yes, I'm going to add the same things in. So I'm going to add those two Mayor keys. So Mayor project, yes. Continue, and Mayor Project switch, yes, continue, and these I'm going to point to Mayor Project B, which is, let's have a look, I don't know why it keeps moving the files, there we go. So we'll give it that one, and this is Mayor Project, and we'll switch that, save. Right then, if I switch to Mayor Project A now, what you'll find, if we open, this will now point us to unit test A scenes. Okay, if I switch to Mayor Project B, lo and behold, we are now in unit test B. So we've switched the Mayor projects on the fly, which is really useful. Now that warning that keeps popping up, that's because we've changed the aggressiveness of the health test. So this health test here, which is what's on by default, it runs the frames per second test, it runs the wipe test, it runs the scene unit test, and it runs the Mayor malware scanner that we've implemented. And they all run on scene open, or they have always run on scene open. What we've now done is that those are also now run on file new and on switch project. And the reason for that is if I'm in a project, let's say I'm in project A, yes, it's saying it's failed because I'm currently at 60 frames a second and project A is set at 30 frames. So I'm going to go yes, fix. If I go file new, I'm fine because I'm already set. My file new is set to 30 frames a second, I think. There we go, by new. If, however, I switch to project B, and I'm going to get this, so Mayor units, I'm at 30, project B is at 60. I'm going to fix that. If I go file new now, I'll get another warning. And that's because the Mayor file, yes, all right, I'll fix. The Mayor file new has its own frame rate to say, I am always going to make new files at this frame rate. So what could have happened previously is that you could have made a new file, you could have been animating at the default in Mayor, which could be 24 frames a second, and it's not until you reopen that file that you'll realise how the frame rate's wrong, or when you export it, the frame rate's wrong. So we've upped the level of testing just to make sure that those are caught. If you don't want any of those active, or if you do want those active, I should say, if we open the project file again, they are controlled by a little flag down here, which is, where is it? In fact, this one hasn't even got it in. Again, it's another one. that one there. Health, run, open, check. I'm going to add that in. Yes, it's on by default, which is why it's running it, and it's that one there. If you ever want to mute it, you can turn that on and off. Okay, save that off. The other one that we've added, which is kind of a side note, this isn't kind of to do with the project, but it's worth noting, is on PuppetRig now. In fact, on anything. I'm just going to clear the cache because I'm not quite sure this guy's got it on, so we can just rebuild it. On the rig itself, there is a new ball, which is this one, mute right button menus. So if you've got anything connected to our systems, connected to metadata, by default you get that menu when you click over. If you want to go back to the default Mayor, we can turn the menu systems off and we go back to default Mayor. So that's gone in as well. That's it, short and sweet. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to check out the website. Make sure you like the YouTube channel. Go grab ProPack, have a play. It's all up there. Thank you very much for watching. Bye.